Yeah, we're good. Yeah. This is fine, yeah.
Good morning. My name is Bill Downing. I am an announcer for the Region Sports Network, and today we are at the Reavis High School, home of the Rams. We got head coach Tim Zasada, and coach, welcome to Region Sports Nation.
Oh, thanks. It's glad to be back as a former coach in the region at Hammond High School. I kind of miss you guys in Northwest Indiana, so glad you're coming out and doing the game.
Well, that's why we're here, and you got a big contest this Friday night against Thornton Fractional South, the Rebels. Give us a little tidbit about what is Reavis and the Rams, and what are you going to bring to the table this Friday night?
Well, we're coming into the game at 4-1. So in the state of Illinois, you must have 5 wins to qualify for the IHSA playoff. That's a big deal. And anytime you can get a qualifying playoff team, you should be very proud, and that team should be proud. So from here on out, it's pretty much every game's a playoff game, because if you win, you're in. And we have a home game. It's against TF South, a team that really put it on us last year, and we didn't feel very good about it. We feel we're in a better position this year. We have some injuries that we're going to have to overcome, but who doesn't? And no one's really going to feel sorry for us. We've got to figure out a way to hang around with these guys. They're 5-0. They're exciting. They're historically an unbelievable program in the state of Illinois. They're not only respected in our area, but in the state as someone that you're not going to trick. They're solid. They know what they're doing. They have great coaches, and their players buy in every year. So they're going to be a playoff team year in and year out, and it's no difference this year. They're 5-0, and we're just looking to kind of hang around and compete and give them a way better game than we did last year.
Yeah, talking about last year, the score was pretty lopsided, 48-7. This season, who do you bring back from last season that might be looking at this game, marked it on the calendar, and says, now you're on our field, and it's time to get you guys back?
Well, I think we're a better offensive line this year. I think we played some younger kids last year. So we feel very good about our offensive line. We feel very good about our quarterbacks. We have 2 of them this year. Last year we kind of limped into that game. We were injured as well. We have some better wide receivers. And so from an offensive standpoint, we feel more capable of moving the ball than we did last year. Defensively, we're getting better, and we want to try to improve upon our week from last week, which we didn't have a very good performance, and we're working on that. And now you put TF South in the mix with their 2 outstanding running backs and their quarterback who's a dual threat. It's going to be a rough one for us, but we're working on it. We're getting better, and we hope that last year's outcome is it really is not the same teams, definitely, for both of us.
Well, taking a look at the injuries there, Coach, from last year to this year, how do you heal injuries, but you're in a very crucial stretch of your schedule to where you have to get that 5th win to be in the playoffs? I mean, since you've been coaching here 2014 through 2017, you qualified state 7A. How important is it to get that 5th win and somehow get your guys healthy for that stretch run in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Our starting tailback and middle linebacker, Jonathan Weaver, suffered a broken ankle. He's not coming back. It was a pretty gruesome injury, but he did what he could. And we tell our guys all the time, you have to play every play like it could be your last. Sometimes that goes out one ear and in the other, and but I think it kind of hit home this weekend. We lost our wide receiver and outside linebacker, Matt O'Malley. He was having an outstanding year, just getting better every single game. So he's going to be gone for the year. We've had some quarterback issues where our quarterback's been limited to play. He's getting a little better, but when you get into week 6 and week 7, and everyone has injuries, and we can complain and throw in the towel and use as an excuse. We're just not going to do it. We're very close to making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We got to find a way to get it done. And if that means some guys that haven't had the spotlight step up and we push their timetable up a little bit early, they're going to have to do it. And they did it last week. We had 2 junior receivers catch their first touchdown passes last week. And they were very nervous, but they stepped up. we put them in a position to be successful, and they stepped up and made great plays. We expect them to do that.
Well, this Friday night is going to be a big night, a big contest. Looking past tonight, I know you don't look at past opponents. Who do you have left on your schedule through the regular season before the playoff selection?
Well, everybody that we play has beaten us last year. Oak Lawn killed us, embarrassed us on their field, so we have them at the last game. Richards, who's, I think we were talking earlier, they're going to be the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
They should be the favorite, not even close to win the state championship. They're just loaded with talent, and they've polished off everyone very, very quickly. So that one's going to be a tough one, obviously. Shepherd destroyed us last year on our homecoming. We have to go there for their homecoming. So, those are some teams that we have to face, and we didn't do very well against them last year. So, our remaining games that we have to sneak out a few of them, and at least one. But it's going to be a tough road because we didn't beat any of those teams last year. Matter of fact, none of them were close. So we have a great challenge ahead of us when you tack on the injuries. But we're excited. We're 4-1 right now. I don't mean to sound so negative, but it is what it is. We don't lie to our team. We know what lies ahead, and we're ready for it. So we're excited about it because when you do make the playoffs, it's a special deal. So they don't hand those out to anyone. You have to do something special, and if we can defeat one of the teams and avenge our loss from last year, that is special, and we would deserve to be in the playoffs.
Off last season's team, how many returners do you have on this team this season? Because I think that would probably help you as a coaching staff, having that leadership coming back. Some schools and programs will graduate 15, 16, 17 starters off offense and defense. How are we looking this season compared to last season as the starters coming back?
I wouldn't say it's that drastic. We did lose some incredible seniors last year. We had a tailback, Matt Beach, who was unbelievable. He was all conference, over 1,000-yard rusher. We had a couple linemen that played key roles for us. From a defensive standpoint, with the injuries that we do have, those guys were going to be crucial. They got great experience last year, and we needed them to step up. They did step up until they were injured. So our defensive backs are coming back this year. So our whole secondary is pretty much back. Our wide receiver, Tyrell Seymour, who's a dynamic player. He's been our playmaker this year. He had great experience last year. He's one of the guys that is sort of one of the best in the area, so he's back. And our quarterbacks, both Cardell Barnes and Jesse Cardona, both got great experience last year. They're back. The quarterback position is huge. They can make you or break you. And last year, we had some rough ones, but those rough ones enabled us to get to where we are right now with a 4-1 start.
Well, Coach, I'm going to ask you one last question. The keys to the game coming up this Friday for the Rams' success over the Rebels.
I think it starts with defense. We have to play better defense. We the last 2 games, I think it's been, I'm sure Coach Badgen has watched the film. We have to stop the run, and we have to make a better job of committing. Nowadays, tackling has been tough, and you see it in college, you see it in high school. Really good high school teams are fundamentally sound. Right now, we're getting better. We're not where we are, but we have to tackle TF South's running backs. We cannot let their quarterback escape, and we have to limit big plays and kind of just play our game, not get involved with their game. And I don't want to play fast break football with those guys. They're too fast, but we have a fast guy too, so it's going to be tough. But I would say defensively, that's the emphasis this week. We're coming after them, and we're going to try to do a better job than what we did last week.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck, and go get them. And one more game, and you're into playoffs solidly.
That's correct. We hope it should be a big crowd, and it's always an entertaining game between TF South, and to have those guys come on up here, we've had some great battles in the past.
All right, that was head coach Tim Zasada from the Reavis Rams. They come in 3-0 in the conference. 3-0 in the conference, 4-1 overall. They take on Thornton Fractional South. They're 3-0 in their conference, 5-0 overall. That game will be on the Region Sports Network. Kickoff 7 p.m. this Friday night from Reavis High School. All right.
Perfect, man. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for coming.
Yep. And that will be it will be on their Facebook page.
Okay.
And I gotta go to work and then download this for them.
Okay.
And that will be on the Region Sports Nation Facebook page. And I will I'll message you when it's up there too, so you know.
Okay.
Thank you very much.